Okay, we're winding down here at the Catholic Media event. I should say trade show event, since you can tell I'm getting tired because I'm mixing up my events. And I've got here Matthew Bowman of Chesterton Press, Novel Ninja Editing, and of a website that you were just telling me about. What's that new website you're talking about?
The Catholic Geeks. It's at thecatholicgeeks.wordpress.com. It's a new venture with myself and six other authors. And you're not the only one who's tired. And we're setting up a place that has topics that are Catholic topics, geeky topics, preferably both. The object is to have a place that people can go to. They're Catholic, they can learn about geeky things, science fiction, fantasy, mystery, all sorts of...
Doctor Who scarves?
Absolutely, Doctor Who. I've got one of my own. I just didn't bring it with me. And also for people who are interested in those geeky things to start learning some stuff about Catholicism. So we will talk about news, events, opinion, reviews. We've got stuff about Pope Francis and the media version, which we call Straw Pope Frank.
I call it Pope-a-dope, because I think, as I've written about the media spin of the Pope a lot myself.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, that's our most popular topic. People are trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and there aren't a lot of people who are explaining it, particularly to the kind of crowd that is already interested in what we're doing. So already we have a lot of people who are non-Catholics who are coming to us for explanations on what the Pope actually said about guns, what the Church teaches about guns, that whole deal with the common cross. That one wound up kind of hilarious, and various other topics like that.
What I find interesting is that so many people, especially being a conservative Catholic blogger myself, so many people who would not trust the mainstream media to tell them water is wet seem to be willing to trust the mainstream media to interpret a Pope which isn't the Pope that they're painting him as.
Absolutely. But part of the problem there is that the initial, whatever he's saying that's so strange is usually in another language. And so he who controls the translation controls the narrative. So, for example, on the Pope talking about guns issue, I didn't write the article on that, but I went and did the translation for it. I used to live in Italy. I know how Italian grammar works. And so I went and did a point-by-point translation of what he actually said and noted what he would have said if he had intended what they say he intended.
And that sounds like something very worthwhile. I want to ask you a quick question about your work in Chesterton Press and Novel Ninja. You're an editor. What makes a good editor? What's the type of, as an editor, you deal with a lot of the writers than the type that we're seeing here. What are the things that you look for as an editor? Strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, as an editor,
as
or
an editor? As an editor.
Okay. When I'm looking for something strong in a story, I'm looking for something that will engage the reader, doesn't go overboard on messages and such, because we want to have good Catholic fiction, but we want to have something entertaining. If we want to be preached to, we can go to the church and get that in a context where we're actually ready for it. If we're wanting to relax, well, getting lectured at, it's not always relaxing. We want an entertaining story. But if you can work in Catholic values on top of that, or other issues, conservative issues, even liberal issues. I've helped out liberal authors with this. Although I never accept any book that goes against my own beliefs as a Catholic. And that would certainly not be relaxing for me. But that's one thing that I would be looking for. Another would be an understanding of characterization, people acting naturally and not simply being cardboard cutouts that don't change over time.
In other words, be a book before you be a Catholic book. If you're not a book, then a Catholic book isn't going to matter.
Absolutely. If no one's going to read it, then no one's going to be looking at your message in the first place.
All right. Well, Matthew, thank you so much for your time. And again, the website that you can be found on.
Websites I can be found on, novelninja.wordpress.com and thecatholicgeeks.wordpress.com.
Catholic Geeks sounds like my kind of place. Thank you very much, Matthew.
You're welcome.